Hazel is that diner owner everyone knows by name, famous for her strong coffee and for never charging a dime when cops stop by. Because, well, better to have the law on your side when you live in a tiny trailer. Her life is hectic. Between flipping burgers and saving the day, Hazel also has to deal with her daughter, Joy, who's always begging for college money. Hazel, she's got a no ready at all times. Meanwhile, this clumsy guy named Elliot shows up. He eats, then pulls the old, "oops, I got robbed 2 days ago" trick when the check comes. Joy is furious, but Hazel, soft-hearted as ever, offers him a job washing dishes and a corner to crash in, which, let's be honest, is better than nothing when you're broke and starving. Joy's not happy about this at all, because in her mind, every stranger is basically a serial killer. Meanwhile, she's off hanging out with her boyfriend, Travis, who's basically trouble with legs. Travis pressures Joy to squeeze money out of Hazel, but Hazel stands firm with her no. In her opinion, learning to write down orders and pour coffee for cops is way better than college. One day, Hazel catches Joy sneaking back home wearing sunglasses, but it's not fashion week, it's to hide a black eye Travis gave her. Hazel, who's nobody's fool, decides to handle things her way. She grabs a gun hidden under her bed, pro tip, don't try this at home, and goes after the punk. If it were me, I'd call the cops, but Hazel prefers the DIY approach. She finds Travis, gives him a lecture, an improvised beating, and then dumps him in a hole she'd already dug. If that's not planning ahead, I don't know what is. Hazel definitely doesn't have patience for anyone who messes with her kid, and Ashley Greene is phenomenal in this role, channeling the same furious mom energy we saw in Kill Bill. Meanwhile, Elliot's back in the diner washing dishes in peace until a random guy shows up snapping pictures of him out of nowhere. Hazel, of course, digs into it because if there's one thing Hazel can't do, it's sit still. She finds out Elliot was actually a heart surgeon on the run for killing his fiancée. He swears it was a car accident, but come on, who fully trusts a guy washing dishes by choice? Out of nowhere, Hazel gets a VIP invite to Vegas from Val, a big shot fresh out of prison who wants her to do one last job. Hazel tries to say no, but who turns down Vegas? I mean, I'd turn down a hit job, but a Vegas trip? Maybe. She tries to take out Perry, her target, but loses her nerve at the last second. After all, poisoning a drink is way too Game of Thrones for her taste. Things heat up when Joy uncovers some secrets. Elliot admits he works for Val, and Hazel decides it's time to settle things once and for all. She storms Val's hideout, trades gunfire with security, and comes face to face with the boss, whose surprise turns out to be her own dad. Worst family reunion ever. Hazel puts a bullet in Daddy Dearest and heads back to her grill like it's just another Sunday shift. In the end, Travis, who was buried alive, pops back up to scare Joy, because nothing spices up your day like a toxic ex. But no one expected Hazel to get jumped in a bar while trying to save the cook, Javier. In the middle of that brawl, an alien shows up. Yep, you heard that right. Telling Hazel not to close her eyes because the ambulance is coming. If that's not a plot twist, what is? One thing I'd never do in Hazel's shoes, bury someone alive. Too much work and way too messy. But what I would do, just call the cops. They eat for free at her diner anyway. One interesting point is how Hazel keeps trying to outrun her violent past, but always ends up back in it. It's almost like Barstow's an even bigger hole than the one Travis ended up in. Do you think Hazel really managed to bury her past for good, or is she doomed to keep digging holes for her enemies? Drop your thoughts in the comments. This movie has such an interesting plot, but unfortunately, it leaves a lot of things unresolved at the end. There are so many loose ends and a clear cliffhanger. Apparently, there are more episodes yet to be filmed. It looks like it was shot during the start of the pandemic. Since others have pointed out, it wasn't actually filmed in Barstow, California. It was filmed in a real diner called Bridges Barbecue. It's in Shelby, North Carolina. If you're ever around there, it's worth a visit. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Just click the video on screen to check it out.